I'm home. 3 hour travel.
You usually go out there every event.
I've been to every event. All 50. All right. You have some tournaments to talk about. Yeah, quick one, guys. Just to touch on this. So,
That's like for sure.
it is a 20-foot show. They gave it to me. Oh, come here. Cameras number? Yeah. Very cool.
That's awesome.
You know about that, I guess?
At the grill room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still got all those chairs.
Very nice.
They're very comfortable.
Very nice. Let's see around the fence. All right, so quickly, just touching on the theme, that I'm going to continue to kind of hammer you guys on. Last week, pretty interesting story. So, again, who I teach who's at Florida now. The tournament that they played was at Erin Hills, and his stepfather, Dana Fry, is a golf course architect and designed Erin Hills. So Noah really wanted to play in that tournament and qualified dead last. And they didn't take him. And then night before they were supposed to leave, they had a mandatory workout at 7 o'clock. Kid that qualified 5th showed up 1 minute late to qualifying without his shoes on. JC to the gym session. JC Deacon said, "You're not fucking going," and took Noah. So it was a really big opportunity for Noah to, first tournament that he's played in for Florida since transferring from Iowa, because he had to sit the spring out because he couldn't play this, or had to sit the fall out because he played Iowa at Iowa. But so the five. I mean, I say 1, 2, 3, 4. They took 2 individuals. So they had a guy that finished second, 1 under. One guy finished 5 over. Another guy finished 6 over. Noah finished 7 over. One guy 11 over, and then Luke Poulter just played the Walker Cup 18 over. So it's Erin Hills. Erin Hills. So that's where Brooks won his first major. Yeah, the knowledge of the course. Leader, the guy won it was 2 under. Noah shot 7 over, and was 10 over on 3 holes. 2 doubles and a 10 on a par 4. And the par 4 was, so when Brooks played it, can I bring up? I've got the videos. Can I just take over the screen? I like the CH3 lounge. Here. All right, so quick. So this was the hole that Noah made a 10 on. 10, 350. So this is in the U.S. Open. Whoa. There you go. Okay, so this is how Brooks played it in the tournament. So 356 yards straight into the wind. Got a 2-shot lead at this point. Short par 4. Guys, this barely gets to the fairway, right? And what do they say? Way back, right? So straight down. How far back? 144 hit a chip 9 iron. That's a fucking unbelievable shot. Nobody got it. That was close to the net. Nobody is shooting at that flat. And then so now it makes 10 here. So trying to win a major championship on Sunday, 200 or 356 yards. And I think he hit 400. In the tournament that Noah played, they were playing it from 275. Okay, and Noah hits. I mean, probably it's 4 iron, 280. Like cruises 4 iron at like stupid. So his assistant coach, Dudley Harton, played the PGA Tour for 20-something years, said, I just can't fathom why he tried to hit a high spinny cut mini driver on 15. Then I can't understand how he turns that into a fucking 10. His good is really good in all caps. The bad is horrific. We need to keep working on his speed putting and his fucking brain. It's a guy that had a 20-year career on the PGA Tour. I talked to JC Deacon on Tuesday, and he said Noah doesn't fundamentally know and understand how to play chess on the golf course. He doesn't understand how to play chess. So 275. He's trying to hit I mean, he can hit the mini 330. Trying to be aggressive, trying to put the foot on the gas, trying to take something off of fucking mini driver.
Shot that you play all the time, guys? All the time?
Yeah, how many times are we trying to hit a high finesse kind of 3-finger cut with a fucking mini driver where you miss the green to the right?
Yeah.
All right?
It's really steep up that. You take over again?
Take over again. Like, there's just nowhere to hit that club, right? There's absolutely nowhere to hit that club. And so if you look at the distance that he's got, 275, he can hit. So if we go back and look where he hit it, yeah, so if you, so the green's over here, okay, and then there's a steep runoff over here. He hit it over here. In the trees, lost the ball, and then turned that into a 10. So he's 3 over on 2 holes. He's 10 over on 3 holes. He shoots 7 over and 2 under wins. I mean, I'm fucking bad at math, but I can do that. Right? And so,
one hole they could have changed his college career.
Yeah. I said to him, hey, some solid stuff. Good is good. You played 3 holes and 10 over. I said, you need to read that again. Right? And he said, it's just so fucking frustrating. I can't stay out of my own goddamn way. I knew it was the wrong shot. I knew it was the wrong club, and I hit it anyway.
We've heard that.
Go back and
How many times? That same kid almost won the UFC last year.
I played Masters and 2 PGA Tour events in 25 guys.
Here's open too.
Played the US Open and the Masters. Was lead the Masters, stand on the 60, 200. That's a 20-year-old. Leading. and shot 78, 77. So again, this is a kid that's getting paid by Nike in college, getting paid by TaylorMade in college, getting paid by Florida, getting paid by a golf course development that his stepdad designed the Yak outside of. So he's getting 50 from Nike, 50 from TaylorMade, 50 to wear this hat, $5,000 for every tournament that he's played in from all three. So that's another.
For a 20-year-old?
He's a 20-year-old. He's played good in one tournament. You understand? Had one good week. Other than that, hasn't really done anything. And he's saying to me, with one night cruises, guys, I mean, 35,000 feet, take the seatbelt sign off, cruises at 193. And we've gotten 198. We're walking down the fourth fairway at Erin Hills and he hit a driver and he fucking smoked one. Hit it 40 past Scotty. Scotty said to me, he goes, these fucking kids today, man. He's 6'5". It is an embarrassment of riches as to the tools he has in the toolbox. And he's making a 10 on a fucking 275. He can hit 9-iron wedge.
Yes.
Why do you think he stood there with the mini driver with that high green and runoffs and bunkers?
And I don't think he understands how hard the game is. And like a lot of players, and I think you guys were in the same boat, he thinks he can get by on just talent and climb the mountain. If I'm at the bottom and I'm just going to climb to the top and I'm just, because that's how much I want it and that's hard. I want to try. And you're never going to know all the bullshit. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying, and his two coaches, Jason Sedan won the Florida Am this summer. I mean, played him. So that's his coach. I mean, his coach beat half the guys on his team in the Florida Am. Has played the Canadian Open. He's won the Florida Am twice now. Florida Open. He's won the Florida Open twice.
I think multiple times.
Twice in the last 5 years.
He's a great player.
I mean, JC Deacon is fucking stuff. He can fucking light it up. He can play. And the thing is, and then Dudley Hart, who had won on the PGA Tour, he's very much like a Richard S. Johnson type guy. Didn't have tons of length. He was just a really good player and kept his card a lot and stuff like that. So he's got the three of us going, we don't fucking care why you made that decision. You just can't make it. Right? That's the difference. We can keep going through, guys, all of the reasons why and all of the situations, but at the end of the day, at the level he's trying to play at, and at the end of the day, guys, the level you guys are trying to play at, and I said to him, I said, you have to fucking make better decisions on the golf course. You just have to.
It's like 3 straight Hail Marys in a football game. But just throwing it up.
Anyone watch the Monday night game last night?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, did you see the Giants coach begging the medical staff to let Jack get him back on? Because they know they can't win with Russ. They know they can't win. They know he's going to make bad decisions. They know that. So they're doing everything they can to go just. So in Noah's case, I think he is trying to get by just on sheer talent. And the talent, dude, he's driving it. He's 6'5", and he was 6'4", maybe. He's grown about an inch. He's put on so much muscle. When he walked in here a couple weeks ago, he looks like he's playing football. He looks like he's playing basketball. He doesn't look like a golfer. So the speed he's got, his stepdad who designed the golf course is like, he's hitting every single par 5 in Erin Hills in 2, and half of them are with mid-irons. That's how far he hits it. So guys, there isn't anybody in the world that hits it further than him. He played 9 holes. He played the back 9 at the Masters with Rory. And I saw Harry Diamond afterwards. I said, "How do you do?" He goes, "We're out fucking drivers in every hole." And he said on 11, he said, "Rory really hit one. High bomb, nuke draw." And he said, "Your boy hit a high cut, 30 passes." He had 86 yards to the 87. He had inside of 90 yards to the first hole, I guess. 90. They couldn't even follow the ball.
Yeah, put that bunker by 5 or 10 yards. Wow.
So I think he gets by on one, not understanding how detrimental giving away 10 shots is to the overall score. He's not thinking about the consequences of his actions. And I think you guys are probably doing the same thing. You're not thinking about the long term. You're not thinking about when you're in those situations, you make these big numbers, you're thinking about the micro. You're not thinking about the macro. You're not looking at it from, okay, what does the rest of this tournament look like?
And that 10 was second round.
He made a double and a 10 in round 2, and he made a double on Sunday. But because those 10 shots cost him the golf tournament. Those 10 shots cost him a top 5, a top 3. 3 fucking holes, 3 dumb, bad decisions, which ultimately massively affect the team, meaning him. He's the only person. You guys, I keep saying this to you guys. You guys are the only person on your team. You can't call a timeout and bring somebody in. You can't substitute someone on. Can't make it right. You guys are the only ones on your team. So during the game, while you're in the game and while you're playing the game, you have to think better. We've got a young kid in Dubai, Adrian Larson. There's 3 brothers, 3 Swedish brothers, and they live in Dubai, and they're good. The oldest one, Adrian, he's verbally committed to Nova for fall 2026. I actually think the way he's been playing recently, I think that's probably going to be too small of a program for him. So I'm trying to, but he's playing right now in the Bahrain Amateur. He shot 66 yesterday in the first round. You know, the guy that's leading by 1. He's leading by 1 going into the final round tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right here, actually. How about that?
So 66-70. So I said to him this morning, make whoever wins this golf tournament beat you. Don't beat yourself. Make whoever wins win. Don't just give it to him. And I said, with 5 holes left, give yourself a chance to win the golf tournament.
This is yesterday was
It's today.
or yes, today, yes.
So it's today. So I'm okay with that, right? I'm fine with that. It's always tough. Go back to 66. Always tough to follow up a really good low one.
I get back down. We'll be free.
Solid, right? And really, look at 66, go down. Didn't birdie 2 of the par 5s. So,
No, he'll be short for us too.
yeah. I mean, 5-17, you make it 5. You feel like you could do that with, if you got half a set of golf clubs in your bag, you feel like you can manage that, right?
Good. Bad layup. Open a bunker.
Yeah.
Over 20 feet over the bunker.
I think he just knows he's got a ton of speed. You know his case. I think he knows he's got a ton of speed. He has data points that shows him that he can overpower golf courses, that he can overpower holes, things like that. But it's just dumb decisions. Which
someone knows. I think 40. I know 40 is a different system, but he's put a little bit in recently. mean, really good stuff, stat wise, right? Oh, three. Just 337, 50%.
Averaging 337, guys.
Wow.
But I just think the more stories like this you guys can hear, it's got to sink in on how important decision making and thinking is.
I think it's something to know in this week.
Huh?
I think it's something to know in this week.
If it doesn't, there's a problem.
Yeah, I focused, I was telling Claude, I focused a lot on just trying to, how can I lower my stress? So,
Yeah, that first round,
stress free.
stress free, man.
I took all,
Look at all that.
yeah,
Go Blues.
all par fives I had like in between whether I wanted to go for it or not. I just decided to lay out, take the wedge, take a birdie look, and move on. Yeah.
Did you have any green lights where you typically would just go for it? Or you
Yeah.
just had a little ball on the shoulder?
I had like 2 3-irons that I definitely would have went for, but they were like little weird pins and like there were some weird spots that if we missed, it would have been kind of fucked. So I was like, I'm good with 90 or 100 yards.
Okay. Yeah.
And ended up making birdie on one of them. So,
I mean, it's a good hedge, you know? Trying to hit the bets.
yeah,
Like I told you about the stat. If you decide to hit
yeah,
a tint and you intend to hit the green, it's going to count against you in those stats if you miss.
yeah,
So it's a good thought.
yeah.
Good, you're solid. And then round two,
Round 2 was a little more stressful.
you were actually no.
Yeah.
How many shots back were you after the first? Like,
2,
you're right in there.
yeah.
Kind of a sluggish start.
Sluggish start, yeah.
Bad shots for the back-to-back bogeys, bad decisions,
Uh,
bad club selection
bad club selection.
on the par three
Good tee shot.
On both of them.
in short or long.
I misjudged the wind completely on those 2 shots. So on the par 4, the approach shot, the wind was like into left to right, and I thought it was straight left to right. Hit a pitching wedge from 136 balloon, came up like 25 yards short.
Jeez.
And then the next par 3 was 158, hit a full 9 and went 10 yards long. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine swings, just, yeah, didn't work out.
You didn't have an unforced error, but started better at the end.
And then the 2 par fives, 5 and 16. Looks
Yeah, I had great looks. 6-footer on 5 for birdie.
missed.
Yes,
Good putt.
great putt. And then 16, I had like a 12-footer, kind of jammed myself off the box.
Yeah, but you lay up in the fairway.
Laid up in the fairway 100 yards, yeah.
Good, smart.
So,
Your wedge 15 feet.
yeah,
I mean, back in the game.
I just fundamentally believe, guys, that if you keep making smart decisions on the golf course, regardless of your talent level, regardless of your technique, your skill set, how you're playing those days, that's always going to be a positive, and I think you're going to see it in the scores. I think you're going to see less volatility
Yes.
if you're making good decisions. It's not,
The 4 is much better.
or the ceiling is much higher.
And the ceiling came out shiny. But like, the worst you can shoot is 72.
Good. See, guys, when I look at golf, when I look at a scorecard, that's fine. That's progress.
Yeah.
That's a solid round of golf. Could have been better, right? Could have been worse, and I think you would probably look at that and go, yeah, I made some pretty good decisions. Maybe hot out by the wind, which is part of the game, right? That's something you can't control, right? But make a birdie early, then get on, 2-hole bogey train, and then come back with par, or with a birdie, and then you really probably should have gone birdie. Which would have really been a good comeback. But I look at those trends, right? I look at when we're looking at scorecards, how do you bounce back from, okay, you're 1 under, standing on the 3rd hole, and you're even standing on the 5th.
Yeah.
So
Plus, you're thinking about winning. You could have won back after shooting, maybe.
Yeah. For sure.
Score 5, you have to take a shot, looks like, or just
Yeah, I was behind a tree.
little pitch out. But you pitch out to 145.
Oh yeah, that's another one. I just
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a pitching wedge. Yeah, like 12 yards long.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
9 times out of 10, I've ever seen that's long anyway, but
Yeah,
that's tough.
yeah, that was tough. Yeah,
Took you, what, 3 or 4 holes to figure out the win?
yeah.
Okay. Anything else you feel from that?
I mean, that was probably the least stressful tournament I've experienced in a long time.
Good.
that's good.
Yeah.
I felt very comfortable out there.
A lot easier I think it's a lot easier to think clearly. I think, again, these kind of snippets of real world stories, which I feel like is the power and the value of all this is about something that Richard Johnson said the other day, stress free. I mean, again, I'm sure you guys aren't thinking like that, but now you're like, yeah, that was kind of stress free, meaning, yeah, I could have played much better, but I didn't, right? And I think the more you can see, again, if you could put together kind of like a month's worth of scorecards that look like that, you're going to sprinkle in some bogeys, you're going to make some birdies, but
It's good. You can judge yourself on the process, the prep. That was good. You have no emotional judgment on the results. The tournaments should be the fun part.
Yeah.
The show off. The results do matter to realize inherently, but you just try to get out of that emotional roller coaster, stress free. I think you did.
Yeah.
What place in Jet Fashion?
13.
Okay. Good. Out of like 60. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Net cash flow probably 0. That's fine.
$100 a hole.
Love it. Way more in the yeah. Way more in the
Yeah.
You can play. If you can play 60 rounds like that, and try to get 100 per year, but if you can play 60 rounds like that for the rest of the TeamFLO season, that'd be great.
Yeah.
really, guys, right now, for you guys, at the level you're at, any scorecards we look at in tournaments where you guys don't have big numbers is a win. It's a positive. It's progress. It's what's going to help get you to that next level. So, and if you keep them, if we can keep them off the scorecard and keep them away when we're practicing and get used to those feelings and get used to those kind of stress-free rounds, I think it makes it easier on the golf course and tournaments when you're in the game to where some of it can feel a little bit more normal on, hey, and it's what happens for most players that are trying to play is there's nothing in between. There's either a good round or there's a bad round. And I remember back in 2002 when I met Trevor Immelman and we were in Spain and he asked me to watch him hit some shots and stuff like that for the week. Sergio hadn't won that week. And the next tournament was the French Open where they had the Ryder Cup and they had the Olympics and they had the French Open. Golf National, and you know, he'd asked me to watch him hit some shots and stuff, and so we had dinner. And he said, "Hey, if you and I work together, what would the goal be?" And I said, "Well, the goal would be to try and look at your season and have the graph be flatter, not have it be really good week, 2 bad weeks, 3 good weeks, you know, to where, and because that's where he was, right? It was a couple of 66s and then throw in a couple of 74s, or 3 good rounds and then throw in a 77, or, you know, so there was a lot of, again, volatility, a lot of stress. And I said to him, I said, listen, the goal would be to just try and make things a lot more consistent, you know, to make, you know, start to eliminate some of the bigger numbers, start to eliminate some of the bigger scores, and just see if we can start playing tournaments where we put 4 good rounds together, regardless of the outcome. Right, so that's another headspace I think that you guys as competitors can get into, is say, listen, regardless of what the outcome is, if it's 2-day, it's a 3-day, it's 4-day, anything that's over 1 day, just say, listen, I'm just going to try and put together 2 good rounds in this tournament. I got a 2-day on the minor league. Okay, I got Tuesday, Wednesday to play this tournament. You know what? Wednesday night when I go home, I just want to be able to look myself in the mirror and say, you know what? Put together 2 good rounds. And where you finish is where you finish. Right? So we had that conversation with Trevor, and he hired me, and we went to the French Open. I think he broke course record on Thursday, so like 63. And Malcolm fucking McKenzie, some fucking janitor looking motherfucker, journey fucking man, like you couldn't fucking design a fucking journeyman more than fucking Malcolm McKenzie. And fucking we're standing there, Trevor fucking plays great, Malcolm fucking rinses it in the fucking water on a second shot, and it's fucking over, and he almost fucking holes it and somehow makes par and beats fucking Trevor by 1. Malcolm fucking McKenzie. But that was really kind of the catalyst for Trevor to just start to, and then the push for the next 4 years was just, hey, just keep getting better, keep eliminating the mistakes, keep putting yourself in position to win. Give yourself a chance on the back 9 on Sunday. Give yourself a chance with 5 holes left, and then see what happens. Some weeks it's going to be your week, some weeks it's not going to be your week. But the intention, attitude, and decisions that you guys make in the game, on the golf course, are 100% things you can control. And I think a lot of times guys make decisions in tournaments because they're overestimating their talent, their toolbox, and they think they can recover from basically, it's a little bit like gamblers, right? You lose all the morning games, and what does everybody do? All right, I'm gonna load up in the afternoon. So now you're chasing money, right? You listen to guys that get in trouble, you know, guys that bring down banks and stuff like that, stock traders, people like that. They start making risky decisions, and then they get in the hole, and then they start covering it up, and then they start making more risky decisions to try and get themselves out of the hole, right? That's a reality. So the goal is to put yourself in a headspace to say, listen, I'm not going to get it back on this hole. I just made double. Okay, I'm not going to try and get back the 2 shots that I just gave up right now. What I'm going to do is acknowledge the fact that, okay, I'm in the hole, and let me, from now on, let me just spend the next hour trying to hit fairways, trying to hit greens. I know guys that keep saying this shit, but I'm going to keep saying it because scores show us. So, yeah, let's take a look. And
Yeah, Crysler.
okay.
First off, minor league debut. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Things happening.
I would say like I play my game the whole time. We just give me greens. Play one double on the par five. That's all the tree limit of the tee. Making a tree, we found the ball. We made a par.
I don't know that ball at the top of my head, but like feeling.
What is that?
Why did you get three wood? You said that?
Because I knew I was going to lay up and I was like that comfortable with the driver.
Okay.
So I drew it almost every hole and 4 irons per hole.
Super
Kind
good.
of tight, right?
Yeah, it's tight.
Yeah.
And I would say I was very shaky and almost like every tee. Like I was really nervous. I don't know why. Yes.
Because it's your first minor league, because it's.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
And yeah, first 9 I
That's good.
with everyone's eyes.
So I think when you get into those situations, right, there's a great Novak Djokovic clip where he's being interviewed and everybody said, hey, when you feel the pressure, just treat it like it's normal. And he's like, it's not normal. He's like, I don't know how people do. So that, to me, that's part of what David Duval told me when I said, what do you feel like you have to be a great player? And he said, you have to have acceptance. So it's fine to be nervous. It's fine to be jittery. It's fine to feel that way, right? I think that's when you do feel that way, that's where I think you have to kind of go into your process cave.
Yeah.
Okay. And just say, okay, and acknowledge the fact that, and the reason why you're nervous and the reason why, you're shaking is because it's important to you. You're playing in your first minor league, right? So all of the feelings and all of the stuff that you have, and that's where I think you have to really kind of lean into your pre-shot routine, right? Really kind of lean into picking out kind of small targets, again, to try and minimize the white noise, right?
And like, tools your toolbox could be, man, I'm really nervous, but I need to figure out a way to be excited about this shot. I'm really nervous. I'm gonna really be interested in what I learned from this shot or into this round. Well, I'm really nervous and I'm just gonna take 30 seconds to do a 4x4 box break.
Yeah.
You'll start to develop these little tools and tricks, pre-shot, in the routine, to get you back to good mindset.
Yeah.
But it takes actually being in the tournament to find the best toolboxes.
There's a great video, Trevor Immelman, you can go back and watch his 18th hole at Augusta when he won the Masters, and he hits his drive and he lets out, he hits his drive and he goes, I said, what were you feeling? He said, I was trying so hard not to throw up. He said, I was going through my pre-shot routine and I started to throw up. And I said to myself, don't throw up, don't throw up, don't throw up. So it happens to the best of them, right? It happens to everybody. Everybody gets nervous.
Yeah.
Everybody gets really, really jumpy. This year, DJ finished last in Hong Kong, right? Dead last. And the following week in Singapore, on Thursday, shot 63 or 64, and was in the last group on Sunday. And it'd been a while since DJ had been in the last group. And he always putts first. I knew he was going to shoot 75 or more from the time he walked on the pipe. You just see it. He was nervous. DJ's never nervous. He's never not talkative. He's never not, yo, bro, blah, blah, blah. And I was messaging these guys live from Singapore going, fuck me.
You played great first 2 days.
But he's nervous. Guys, it happens, right? It's just, you guys aren't, here's the thing, guys, you guys aren't robots. And neither are these guys. They're not robots. They're not. So I think it's a good thing that you were nervous. I think it's a good thing. But I think that's an opportunity for you to say, okay, the next time I'm in that situation, and the next time I feel nervous, how am I going to find ways to deal with it? Because it's going to happen, right? It's just part of being alive, being an athlete, being a competitor, being in a competition. Guys, I get nervous. I get nervous when I'm with the guys and they have chances to win golf tournaments. I'm fucking nervous. Like, I'm jumpy. Like,
We had Matthew Pavon and a couple of years ago with around the fence after he won Torrey Pines for the first time.
and we made him do round defense for
You
Torrey
see
Pines.
this, he had scorecard up from.
Scorecard at Torrey Pines. He said he didn't get off to a really great start. He said he really didn't feel good all week. Like, it was really, I wish you guys could have been there. That was
probably
one of the best.
But he told us about all these quotes he keeps in kind of like his golfer's journal inside his yardage book.
Yeah.
And he said he must have read all the quotes like 100 times before each shot. And that just kind of kept him maybe slightly motivated, focused on.
You know, when you get to the problem with golf, the biggest problem with golf versus a lot of the other sports is the time gap.
Yes.
There's too much time. So that video I showed you of Brooks and at Erin Hills, on the second shot from the tee box to when he started to hit the shot, you know what they were talking about? Where they were going to go on vacation in Thailand. That's what they were talking about. So much so that they were talking about it. They said they were still talking about it while Tommy was hitting, and he said, Ricky kind of said, "Hey, hang on, let's kind of get a yardage here." Because they were talking about where they always take a trip at the end of the year, the two of them back then, and they've been to Thailand before. And they were talking to the entire back nine. All they were talking about was the trip that they were planning to go to Thailand. We're not talking about that. So writing down quotes, writing down your process in your yardage book. I mean, think about how much time you've got from hitting your tee shot to the next shot you hit. You're probably going to have 30 seconds to look at something, quotes, read something that can kind of
Reset.
switch you off and kind of get you out of the situation or kind of bring you back into that situation to help you focus. But I think that's a good thing.
Yep. That
you're nervous.
Establish kind of the baseline.
And here's the other thing. If we take the double and turn it into a bogey, and then we take the other double and we turn it into a bogey, again, that card to me, you're like, okay, we've got some room to obviously improve, but one birdie and for your first minor league kind of pro debut down here, you take the doubles away, and then if you turn the doubles into pars, then you're like, yeah, even on the back and 3 over on the front. That looks very different, right? Any 3 putts?
3 putt, I think 2 3 putts, I'm not 4 putts.
Okay, so guys, here's the thing: 2 3 putts. That's 2 shots, right? So just stay here. 2 3 putts. That's 2 shots. So you turn the 2 putts, the 2 3 putts into 2 putts. That's 76. Okay, and now you turn the 2 doubles into bogeys. 74, and you turn the 2 doubles into pars. You should even, like, so that's guys, it's math, right? It's just fucking, it's math.
It's always fun to look at too. Your 3 best shots today were actually with the dart.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
up and down.
Good.
That's awesome.
That's a fucking positive, because you've got to start also using these stats. It's easy for us to sit here, guys, and find shit wrong. Right? We can always find stuff wrong, but you guys have to do a good and a better job with yourselves of going, okay, let me go back and look. I think one of the good things about Clip is what are the 3 best shots and what are the 3 worst shots?
3 worst. So tee shot on the par 5. Okay.
Right.
Par 4, number 14, second shot. I mean, not terrible, but in the rough 9 yards.
Now it's water. I dropped.
Okay.
Water and dropped in there, bogey, so.
Okay, that's great bogey.
Yeah.
It's not good momentum. And then we had kind of wild cut on number 5.
Yep.
So okay,
But it's not,
Even way short.
we short.
And the pin was like overhill, you know, let's do it break downhill, so I hit this pass and just pulled the.
Okay.
4 feet back, yeah.
This is also a fun thing to look at. And this is basically the timeline of good quality shots, right? And you can see just the trend is better on the back nine. So it's like you had to calm down. Maybe you needed a clutch putt, whatever it was. A little shaky start. You could push out there, whatever it was. And then suddenly maybe kind of right around this area, of course. Looks like you got a little bit back.
Yeah, it went way better, but I had like eight greens, like, I couldn't get a ball on the green. I wasn't playing, I couldn't get it on the green.
Any trends that you were feeling, like where that ball ended up?
any specifics, any miss that you saw that was happening repeatedly?
Like, I think most less misses, but a couple of right misses as well.
Off the tee. Not bad off the tee, but a lot of irons and free
A
rolls,
lot
right?
of firings and good.
So that's fine. Yeah. 272. You're always gonna be docked a little bit. Stroke skinning for distance, but still like 73% fairways. And big greens, like I said, right, go left, nothing long, maybe a couple shots short. One shot short. Okay. Right. Shot on there.
Let's go down. Okay,
Made a lot of good putts.
92 feet's worth of putts.
Putter kind of helped together for you.
Yeah, especially on the back.
Okay,
Love it.
positive. Use the stats and find the positives.
Yeah,
That's where I think the data is really important, is to find the trends, right? Find the trends on if you're better on the back nine or better on the front nine.
and it takes a while to find those trends. But
The more info you put in, the better you're able to kind of go.
it just makes you accountable. Too.
But I just think it just allows you to go, okay, where do I need to get better? So iron game, right? I think one of the things that we need to try and do for you is build you in an automatic, build you in a shot that when you're in competition, when you're feeling pressure, it's a shot you know with your irons. You can hit, maybe it's 3/4 something, maybe it's a little bit of, go to maybe just kind of fade it, so you can kind of squeeze it, get on top of it a little bit more so the contact's going, so you can feel like you're going to kind of eliminate one side of the course, one miss, right? I think that's really, really important. I think everybody, all of you guys need, Brooks calls it a fairway finder, my dad calls it an automatic. You gotta have kind of your control alt delete shot where if things aren't really going good, if you get a little nervous, things get a little bit dicey, you go to a shot to where you go, listen, I know I can hit the green with this shot. I know I can keep the golf ball in play with this shot. And again, I just know I can tread water. Guys, there's an art to being in competition and treading water. And I think the one thing that through the stats, through stuff like this, you guys think that the way you're going to get better is just to play offense better. And to be on offense a lot,
Attack.
to be in attack mode all the time. In 2001 at the Atlanta Athletic Club PGA, that David Thomas won. We set up for Tiger to play practice round. Talking 2001 Tiger, so we're talking Beatlemania, fucking One Direction,
Front.
just fucking chaos, right? Remember Tiger, it's like he's a fucking rock star, right? We set up for him to play practice round. We played the back, I think, with Tiger, and Scotty I don't know if Scotty won yet, And he spent a lot of time with Tiger, you know, in Vegas and stuff like that. But, you know, get to play a practice round with Tiger at a major in 2001 when you're out in Scotland, you're 21 years old. It's a pretty big deal. And we're walking down 13, 14 in the back, and Tiger said to him, "Hey, I've been watching your ass, and you gotta learn to how to fucking hang around better." And Scotty was so blown away that Tiger was watching him play golf. And he's like, "Oh man, I turn on Golf Channel, I watch it on the European races. You're shooting 66, 67 on Thursday, Friday, and you're leading your one back going in around 2, and you're shooting 75 on Saturday, which puts you behind the 8 ball. So what do you have to do on Sunday to win the golf tournament? Coming on the horse and shooting everybody, and you know, like you're in fucking like a movie, and he's like, and you're trying to fucking birdie every hole." He's like, "Because you've blown yourself out of the tournament on Saturday. So on Sunday, it's just what straight offense, attack. And the only way you can really win is to go out on Sunday and shoot 63, 64, something like that." And he's like, "You just need to learn how to hang around on Saturday. Don't shoot yourself out of the golf tournament and give yourself a chance on Sunday." And he said, "Tiger, I'll never forget this." He said, "You know what the ones that are the most fun for me is when I got one shot lead and I go shoot 1 under, and I let everybody else fuck it up. I let everybody else try and spend 4 hours in attack mode. And I just take care of the par 5s, and I know I'm going to birdie probably half of them. And I just kind of do my job in the par 5s and don't really make any mistakes and shoot 1 under because everybody else has got to go straight offense and attack." He's like, "Those are the ones that are the most fun for me." So if you think the ones that's going to be the most fun for you is to shoot 64 on Sunday and win and a blaze of glory and all this stuff and birdie every hole, he's like, "Yeah, those are really, really fun. But how many times a year are you going to do that?" He's like, 2 under on Sunday. He's like, stress free. He's like, let it all up. Let everybody else fuck it up. Don't fuck it up yourself.
At best, you know, they're just trying to get the first down.
Yeah.
Guys, the triples are Hail Marys. You talk about your round of that?
Yep, I'll do that.
Hey, Claude, your American debut, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So we're doing a couple things here today.
Yeah.
Nice picture for the website.
Clear quality there.
For fun, and one of the things I always look at, especially for juniors, is what's the data between practice round and tournament. Typically, it's like 70 practice round, 80 tournament.
Yeah.
What's the difference? You're basically around the point. You're a bit better, but got up to about the same.
We got a fucking shit show coming up today, boys. DJ and the kids. And batten down the hatches.
She had a range for him.
I to the apartment.
But
I can be.
you got the one more green hit, a couple less cuts probably.
Yeah.
But it's still the same. Here we go. Pretty good start.
Boys.
Morning.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah,
I love it. Working hard.
looking hard, man.
You guys didn't get as much rain up here. I thought.
We got more than anybody else.
Really?
3 inches last night.
Last like 8.
The question's lady.
8. First time I ever seen the quest that close.
Thank you for the weight, so now.
Frame was on the first piece.
Yeah, it's good. All said he's here.
I'm rolling it. Wow.
Yep. How about that steady start? 13 tonight.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think on my warm up at the driving range, I always feel like it's hard to warm up on mats.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you gotta hit like a different shot on every flow except driver of woods, and then we couldn't hit it over 250 yards. It was like max 4 iron.
Yeah.
So I was hitting it both left and right on range. So when I got to the first tee, my thoughts were just process.
Yeah, good.
And if I hit my swing, I feel like I'm good enough to like get it on the green and just make a par.
Good.
We want to get a decent start, just
Yeah.
stress free,
Yeah.
and just keep it
Little
going.
defense, right?
So I didn't really make a lot of mistakes, just
Yeah.
getting the greens. They had like sand in them, so it was kind of hard to see the breaks. Yeah.
Little green down there.
Yeah, the grades are key to me, so still struggling a bit,
Yeah.
but I made,
Work on your feet and your brain techniques.
yeah, so I was pretty happy with the start.
Yeah.
Just got it on the green, 2 bars.
Very good. Any like momentum shots? That
Yeah, I
got you into it?
Got the confidence up, skating a lot better on the course than on the bench. So just playing patient, waiting for a really good birdie looks. Maybe putt will go in, and then I got some good rolls on the 11 as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I actually got to go far, so
take care of those.
very nice.
And then I hit on 14. I hit just a valley good shot on the approach with the power right. We had wind against us, so was just trying to go off a club and hit it soft, just left it all right and got it in the bumper.
Okay.
Got it to like 5 feet downhill, quick putt, and just looked it out.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay.
And then on 15, I was a couple meters in the rough. I had like 140 meters. So I was thinking it was going to jump more out of the rough and get downwind as well. So I did hit like a gap wedge because I thought it was going to jump more.
Yeah.
Didn't jump
Good job.
at all. So I got like, it was like 7 or 10 meters short.
Yeah.
And every chip shot that I hit was, it wouldn't spin and stop, it would just run off. So I hit that chip pretty good, but it just stopped.
6 feet.
Yeah.
Let's have that one checked up on you.
Yeah.
Because you saw you're like, I'm expecting one
Yeah.
thing. And
So I was hitting it for it to roll out, but it just stopped.
So we talked a lot about the grain in the world of putting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna start seeing that with
So
chip
it's
shots
probably
too.
hitting-
Definitely here and then that Bermuda, you're not used to that.
So I was
And
probably hitting
Bermuda
into the grain.
on the upslope, if
Yeah.
you're a little bit uphill, you stick that one in the ground. That's where I think Ryan can really, we can look at his wedge kind of,
Rip on crazy on you.
yeah. That's why I think you look at his wedge, have we looked at his wedge setup?
Okay.
So I think we look at that and look at if there's ways that, from a wedge standpoint down here,
Yeah.
is there a gain that you can make off of that?
One of the hacks for Bermuda is that it could be long, but since Bermuda goes sideways, you never know how deep it is.
No,
And so like the route that you're used to, Wingfoot, and the route you're probably used to in Norway,
yeah,
straight.
Yeah.
You can see how deep the ball is.
Big, but it's like this.
yes.
It doesn't grow.
You can get better at it, but you never know how far it's sitting down.
No,
And so the higher it sits, typically it's shorter to go. So typically we take less loft.
Okay.
Bermuda rough.
Okay.
Even from fairway shots, because we need to be able to close that gap of energy, because if it hits out in the face, it hits that kind of knuckleball, nothing.
Yeah.
And fall down the sky. And that applies to chip shots too. We don't quite have the best rough around here, but it's just sneaky enough where you do have those situations where you can't tell how high or low it is in relation to the ground. And so if we just take less loft, we can typically get away with it.
okay.
But I look at that scorecard and I'm like, that's fine. You know, obviously,
This is American debut. He said he had a tough warm up.
Yeah.
And I'm told him, but.
in what way?
We were hitting off mats, so I felt like I had to hit different shots than if I was standing on the grass. So I was hitting it left and right on the warm up. I didn't feel. I guess
The lesson I learned a long time ago is that warm up has nothing, has no correlation with your short.
no. So I was trying to tell that to myself that it's just to get the body ready
So
to play golf.
Brooks's warm up is about 30 minutes. That includes putting beforehand, going to the range, and playing.
Yep.
Right? Because he always says the warm up is just the warm up.
Yeah.
So when after the last Open Championship at Fort Rush, where Shane won, Brooks had a chance to win, was in one of the last 3 groups, and I think finished 5th or something. And everybody was going to Memphis. There was a charter, the 777 charter, going to Memphis that everybody was on. And Brooks said to me on Sunday morning, "Hey, I'm going to get a private jet and fly home." I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you have any idea how much fucking money that's going to cost?" He's like, "I know," but he's like, "I just feel like if I can get, you know, they were at the ESP, you know, they were at the ESPs, they've been traveling." He's like, "If I can get 2 nights," and he's like, I'm really tired, I'm really worn out." He's like, and so they've got this giant 777 that the entire tour's on, and you've got Brooks on a private jet, and you can't believe the fucking messages I'm getting. The fuck, man? Who the fuck do you guys think you are, fucking flying private and stuff like that? Jimmy Walker's just fucking lighting me up. Fuck you. Who the fuck does Brooks think he is? Fucking his plane's not good enough for him. But we went home, and when we got there so we landed about 3 in the morning on Monday. So we had Monday, we had Tuesday at home. We flew early Wednesday, and we flew there, and he wasn't feeling good. Like, he was really sick. So his trainer, his physio, Mark Wall, was like, and it's fucking Memphis in August. I mean, it's 1,000,000 degrees. It's a big Singapore. And he was like, "Dude, we're not really going to be able to do a lot this week." And he was really sick. And Sunday, he's leading, playing the last round with Rory, and Golf Channel was like, he's not even at the fucking golf course. So he was like, "Dude, I'm not really going to warm up. I'm just not." He's like, "I've got to conserve my energy, And I think we maybe hit 3 or 4 balls. Golf Channel was like, I had a camera in this parking spot that reserved for Brooks Koepka. I wasn't even there. There got Todd Lewis and everybody from Golf Channel trying to get interviews with me, and I'm like, "Dude, he's fine." And like, so he did kind of a dynamic warm up at home, because we had a house and Mark Wall, his trainer, they did kind of a dynamic warm up, got him warmed up, and then we hit a couple of putts. I don't really think we hit a lot of balls, and he smoked Rory that day and won the tournament. But again, no warm up, like none, and it doesn't have a bearing. So yeah, it'd be great to hit it good in the warm up, right? Michael Jordan, about 10 years ago, was here before he built his golf course, and I mean, they play for like real money. Like, you can lose like $100,000.
That's one.
Yeah, that's the WGC. That was at
YouTube.
yeah, it's new team. It's old team. It's old team for us. Where it looks like fucking Hannibal Lecter. And then those, that one, where was the one? The one up in the corner were the fake ones before the real fake ones got in. So those look really, really bad. And then these are all, you tell he and DJ went to the same guy, right? DJ's fucking fake too. But warm-ups, guys, it'd be great to have a good warm-up, right? Really would. Be really cool. But it doesn't always happen, and I'll keep saying this. Look at these walls. Do you think the warm-ups these guys have are bad? Like, how many bad warm-ups do you think these guys have? Not many. And they don't win every time.
Remember the story about the Justin Thomas one?
Yeah,
Just
just Thomas
around.
and Medina. I mean, he couldn't fucking find the golf course. It's the worst warm-up I've ever seen. Joe Scarborough, we were warming up next to him. Ricky Fowler was when they're really, really tight. And I mean, he shanked a couple, he hit a couple fat, and Joe Scarborough started laughing. And Ricky like, don't fucking laugh. Don't fucking laugh. And halfway through, he was like, I'm just gonna go putt. So they get to the first hole at Medina. You know, every hole at Medina's, every par four at Medina's 450 to 515. Every fucking one. The first hole is probably 405 par four. So they get to the tee, and Jimmy Johnson jokingly puts his arm around the driver. He takes the head cover off the 3-wood, and JT says, fuck, I have no chance of hitting the fairway 3-wood. Give me a 5. So he skanked the 5-iron somehow out in the middle of the fairway, sclaffed one over the green, somehow made a par. The next hole is par 3, probably 200 all over water. Somehow said he made a fucking par on that hole. No clue. Third hole, slapped it around, somehow made a par, and then somewhere on like 4 or 5, he hooped like a 40-footer for birdie. He had a legit chance standing on the 18th hole, shoot 58. With one of the worst warm-ups you've ever seen. Like, he couldn't make contact. I remember Ernie Els had a really bad warm-up once, the neck was bothering him. Halfway through, I'll never forget this. He just said, fucking, just get me to the fucking golf course. Just get me to the fucking golf course. I'll be fine once I get to the course. He was hitting it bad on the warm-up, and he was like, I just want to get on the golf course. Just want to he wants to get in the game, wants the game to start. Because he's like, dude, I've been doing this my whole life. Warm-ups. Okay, great one. I've told, you've probably heard this. So in 23, Brooks was leading the Masters and lost to John Rahm. The warm-up on Sunday, on a scale of 1 to 10, it was probably 1 million. And the warm-up he had Saturday and the warm-up he had Sunday at Oak Hill, where he won the PGA, the warm-up on Sunday, scale of 1 to 10 was like 4. Wasn't great. Compared to the Masters, where he didn't win. I mean, it's not even. So the other thing I think that you can do in this situation is put less impetus and focus and power into how you're hitting it on the range. Every single week I will walk, and I've been on tour for 25 years. Every single week I will see a player struggling, fighting with their caddy, fighting with their coach, first person on the range, last person on the range, caddy will go back, and you'll walk past them and he goes, we're fucking getting more balls. Fucking, we ain't going out to dinner. Fucking, we're going to be here, right? And in my head, I'm like, he won't make the cut. 63, 64, first round lead. It was so bad that there was a guy back in the day on the European tour, Swedish guy, used to run the Titleist tour truck, named Ken Stenberg. And we looked at a guy on the range. The truck was on the range. We were watching some fucking French kid that, you know, fucking 3 fucking names and, you know, hitting it sideways. And we were going, he's got no chance this week. Leading after the first round. And Ken Stenberg said to me the following day, we are all fucking guessing. We're all fucking guessing. We're guessing. So building in that go-to shot, that automatic, that fairway finder, if the range session isn't great, hit some with the fairway finder and spread water in the in the warm up too. Don't panic. Don't flail around. Okay, let me just, I've fallen off this boat. Let me just kind of tread water. You can do that in the warm up too. You can do that in practice too. Okay, let me just, you need a go-to shot in warm ups too, to get your confidence back, to make you panic less.
Here's a thought to ponder. When's the last time you weren't hitting it great in your practice and you took more time to hit balls and just slow down versus give me the next one because I'm going to do it better. I didn't mean that. Give me another one. So just, what was it? Do I need to put a T here? Like an alignment stick? Like give me something that at least has your focus. That's not, I'll do it better. Because you will.
And the other thing is, you also need to figure out, I think, what to on the back to what Jason did. The other thing you need to do is you need to figure out what you're going to do when you start to panic. So do you play faster? Or like most people, do you play fucking slower? Right? So Greg Norman, the collapse at Augusta, the big lead, right? Greg was massive. You go back and watch old videos of Greg. He took a lot of time, right? Greg was incredibly meticulous. Like his pre-shot routine was really, really meticulous. It was fucking slow, right? But Greg was big, and he would go behind shots, and he was massive on visualization. Seeing the shot, seeing the shot, seeing the shot. He'd draw a picture. If you watch his eyes, sometimes he'd be like, right? And he would like to see things at least 3 times. So if you go back and watch that final round where Faldo shoots 0 and Greg struggles, he's fucking taken forever. My dad asked him about it. What, you know why? He said, for the first time in my life on the golf course, I couldn't fucking see anything. I kept waiting to see the shot and I couldn't see anything. So I took more time. And we find that a lot on the greens, right? The worse you putt, the more time you take. The worse you're hitting it, the more time you take. So find out what type of player you are. Some guys are the opposite. Brooks is the opposite. The worse he plays, the faster he goes. We're going to slow the fuck down. Just fucking slow the fuck down. Just. And he's not fucking. Let me just get it over with. Ricky sometimes would come in and go, dude, that's fucking fast. He's like, we didn't even fucking. And so he goes the opposite. So find out who you are. Ask. People say, when I'm on the course and stuff and things start going bad, what do you see? Ask him. You play right. I'm like, ask. And then you kind of go, okay, what do I need to do? Okay, when I get playing bad, maybe I need to speed up. So the decision-making process is less. Or
that's going to be so high. It's everybody's playing with everybody. And just you're gonna realize some things.
Or you get pissed off and everything just goes faster and you're not making good decisions, right? But you've got to figure out what panic does to you. So what I'm always trying to do in those situations, specifically on range, is if they're hitting it bad and if I panic, now we're really in a bad spot because they're already panicked. You know, a couple of years ago at the Ryder Cup, Brooks fucking screamed at me because he said, you didn't fucking say one word to me in the warm-up. And I was fucking hitting it sideways. And Ricky Elliott goes, when do we fucking coach you in the fucking warm-up? He says, when do we fucking actively coach you in 30 minutes before you go play golf? Ricky goes, no, Ricky said, I'm serious. Tell me a tournament where you're hitting it bad and you want us to start putting drills out and going and stuff when you're playing in 25, 30 minutes. When you're teeing off from the Ryder Cup with Scotty Scheffler with 50,000 fucking people streaming. When have we ever started coaching and working on shit during the warm-up? He still fucking screamed at me. And he went out and played fucking terrible. But they get 8, 7, and 9. Justin Parsons, I called him on Monday. I think I told you this yesterday. I called him on Monday at the Open. I mean, at the Ryder Cup, because he was there was English, and I was like, how's it going this week? He goes, man, Scotty's really struggling. That was Monday. Did he play good? He didn't play horrendous.
Okay, done on Sunday. Still.
I mean, I think I told you guys the 66 holes he played, his opponents were 34 under, but he didn't play great. We all saw that he didn't play great. JP told me that on Monday, and he didn't get better. He's the best in the world by a long way. Like, what, 2 majors this year and 6 tournaments, 2 majors, right? So he's coming into that week higher. JP said, Justin said, dude, he was just flat all week. Just flat. He had a lot of uncharacteristic shots, and a bunch of really bad iron shots for him. Like there was one of them. It was one he hit on 18 or one of the holes where it was middle of the fairway.
Yeah, wedge.
Wedge, didn't even hit the green, right? Guys, shit, that fucking shit happens.
Yeah.
It happens. But finding out how you handle stress and what you do under stress when you panic. Do you go faster? Do you go slower? I think there's power in finding that out.
It's kind of why we practice the way we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. Just trying to make it a little tougher. Physical component. Get your heart rate up. And when we get on the course, we'll have some games that'll make you think too. One of the big ones that Claude wants us to do is we'll probably take out driver 3-wood for a round. So it forces you to hit iron or hybrid off every tee.
Think better.
So that's it.
Again, what Richard talked about, work backwards. So if you don't have the full tool set that you need, what are you gonna do?
The game we play in the Harmonies, that greens and regulation game, where start on one, hit the green, and continue to advance, don't even putt. But if you miss the green, walk back your walk. Did that a few times last year. So we're looking for 9 consecutive par 3 greens and red. That's a good one. You could probably do that today. I think that course drives out a little basket.
But I think there's a lot of positives in that. I mean, there's definitely some things you can.
Any challenges you faced in the back half?
No, not really.
You start on the front or the back. So did you feel like on the front you had a lot of good looks? Do you feel like it was stress-free? Do you feel like it was, does your evaluation of the front 9 look like what our evaluation would be, which is, yeah, not great, not bad, just kind of.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. I was just hitting greens. I was having some good bird looks, but again, I couldn't figure out the reason.
That's fine.
So,
Because this is good, right? This is good in tournaments. This is not bad. This is how you shoot 68.
Worst.
Yes, stay patient.
Stay patient, tread water, and then the wave comes and he rides the wave for 2 holes. Back to back. So I look at that and I'm like, okay, after the front, 2 back-to-back par 5s, you're doing your job there. That's a good thing. And then the 2 back-to-back bogeys, good shots, bad decisions, bad breaks.
that was just 2 bad approach shots, really. Or on 15, it wasn't a bad shot, but I thought it was going to jump out more of the top.
Okay.
And we had that one as well. I was just
Did it over green?
No, short.
Okay.
It didn't jump
It
out.
didn't
So I
jump.
just, yeah.
But guys, those are all data points in tournaments that are part of this, right? You learn. There's situational things that you can't plan for that, right? That's not a controllable, right? So again, these talks are designed to try and get you guys to control the things that you can control. You can't control how it's going to jump. So you can't beat yourself up for that. The guy who's the best in the world in that is the fucking shit show with the two kids that's gonna roll in here at 11:30. Right?
So it says,
He is the best in the world. Dude, it just fucking didn't jump. Fucking thought it was gonna jump and then it doubled. And, like, he doesn't put any, he doesn't give that any power. And I think that's something that you guys have to start doing. Don't give this shit power. Don't give it importance. Okay, yeah, I got the wind wrong. I can't control the wind, right? So getting the wind wrong, yeah, there's an art to learning that, but sometimes you just get it wrong. Sometimes we thought it was going to jump and it didn't. We thought we had the right club. Like a lot of times, I'm not in the game, right? I'm only watching the game. So afterwards, I will sit and talk to the caddies, Ricky, AJ, Scavi, Andy Sanders, who was caddying for Jimmy Walker for all of his tournament wins and majors, who was caddying for Russell Henley in the Ryder Cup. He's been caddying for us for the last 3 years. Right? I'll ask them, hey, what's that? Dude, we thought it was going to jump and it didn't. Or, dude, we didn't think it was going to, fuck me, that came out of that fast. And that, like, you can't plan for that.
yeah, no judgment.
There's no judgment on that. So let it go. DJ's the best at just going, when he had a chance to win Indianapolis, DJ, he hit one bad shot on Sunday, snap hooked one out of bounds on par 5. I saw him afterwards, and he was just like, fucking one bad swing. It's the only thing he said. Didn't say anything else. Wasn't mad. Internally, he's not throwing shit, breaking shit. He's like, he walked in and he was like, fucking one bad swing. And he moves on.
One of the tricks I have in my toolbox is write down some deposit that we felt. And then a post-shot process. Like, guard was good, routine was good.
Brooks always wants to hit golf, always wanted to hit golf balls after a win, regardless of weight shot. It's just his thing. Wants to go to the range. If he shot 64, he wants to go to the range and hit shots, and he just wants to talk. Right? He just wants, that's his kind of.
Not going to the bar, going to.
And he just, but that's just what he wants to do. DJ's the opposite. DJ shoots 64, he's like, bro, no. DJ shoots 75, he's going home. He's like, dude, yeah, I mean, I made one bad swing on 9 today. You have no water, I made double, but I'm good. I know I'm good. I'm fine. Right. So, but my point behind that, so Brooks shot 64. We shot a really low round. We were at East Lake, the Tour Championship. And he hit it really, really good. Like, we went to the range and stuff, and we were there, and Ricky wasn't even really paying attention. And Brooks, you know, just kind of went, he always kind of goes odds on the way up, evens on the way down. Evens on the way up to driver, odds on the way down. That's just kind of what he does. So he'll go 9, 7, 5, all the way up, and then on the way down, he'll split the gaps. And so we were hitting drivers, and he hit a couple drops. Again, hot, tired, right? Hit a couple bad drives, and he kind of went into panic mode, and he said, hey, let's work a little on this and everything. So we started going into technique mode, and Ricky Elliott came and took the driver away from putting him in. He goes, can we get the fuck out of here and go home? He said, because we're only going to fuck it up the longer we stand here, because we can always find shit to work on. And Brooks was like, you're 100% right. And that was a big fucking wake-up call for me. It was the caddy going, dude, the fuck are we doing? You played great today. The longer you stand here, we can always work on something. We can always find something to make better. And it was Ricky going, let's get off the fucking golf course and go home. Played great today. We need to conserve energy for tomorrow. Hot, you're tired. And Brooks was like, you're right. I hit it great today. Let's get out of here. And as we were walking back, he was like, do I need to putt? And we were like, dude, play great today. And he said, you're right. We left. What, are we going to fucking work on it some more?
Christ, it's over.
Didn't you have a late Saturday at PGA? I'm sure.
Yeah. We hit balls a lot. But the one that was amazing is I saved the quote, and someone posted it the other day about Brooks' attitude is that he was on Friday, either Friday or Saturday, I think it was Friday night. He was leading by 7, and he was going in the score, and he goes, "We're going fucking straight to the range because that wasn't good today." And one of the reporters was like, "Did you say you guys are going to the range?" I was like, "Yeah." And he tweeted out, "Just heard Brooks Koepka saying, I didn't hear that good today. We're going to the range," and thought he's leading by 7. That's really good, man.
Yeah.
Solid. Can we get a strokes hand and all that?
And I feel like the one thing I'm gonna take with me is the speed on the greens because I have been struggling down here with the speed.
Yeah.
Yesterday that was good. I just couldn't get it in the hole.
We got some things about that, but once we get our weather in order.
Okay, so yeah, 79% of the fairways. Good with
That's
that.
solid, yeah.
Really solid. Good approach. Okay, almost 60. So that's flat. You're not gaining. You're not losing.
Yeah, net 67, but it's the par 5 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's this CNR, that's the intent number.
Okay.
And that's your actual green number.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of see both ways, even one, maybe 1 or 2 short.
Yeah, nothing long.
Nothing wrong.
Okay,
Short game.
Sergio.
Yep.
Feeling pretty
How many
confident.
shots?
Really?
8 shots, averaging 4 feet. I mean, that's
really good.
pretty good for
Yeah.
being a Norwegian playing.
I think
We've kind of seen that so far the last couple of weeks. Chipping is pretty good. Yeah, not great.
good. How many feet? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you saying you're coming to terms with the speed of the greens and stuff that makes sense, right? That tracks. I think those data points are accurate. I think that's accurate. We've had to do that a couple of times to where, I can remember when Brooks was talking about how he didn't feel like this part of his game was his iron game of shit, whatever it was, and we put all the stats in front of him, and he's like, "Oh, I feel like I'm fucking hit my irons better." And we're like, "Well, you're not. And here's the data."
But we got all sorts of things to work on the speed. Because once these greens get back to 12 or 13.
Yeah.
it'll be great.
And the other part, guys, is being here and practicing at a course like this, you're somewhat at a disadvantage for some of the courses you're going to play from a green speed standpoint, because the green speed at the Falcons isn't what the green speeds are going to be here. The conditions at some of these minor league courses you guys are going to play around here, they're very different. There's a girl that we've all worked with, Paris Holinsky. Paris struggles because she didn't play junior golf, really. She didn't play high school golf. She didn't play college golf. And now she's trying to play competitive golf, and she tends to practice at places like here, the Madison Club, Discovery, Trump. So the greens are always good. She goes to Europe, the greens are dead flat. She's 43, 46 putts because the greens are running at 8 and they're shit. She has no idea what to do. She doesn't know how to adjust because she doesn't have enough competitive rounds in her lifetime to be able to have shit in her backup.
Actually, I found a company that I'm buying some holes that I can use to create holes without digging into greens. And so our putting studio, we can roll it for about 5 minutes in a section. It gets around 13. These are probably 10 right now, but they're usually 12. Harmon's probably around 12. Fairways are around 10. And so we can create our own greens essentially on the course. We're not going to practice it. We can practice all sorts of speeds this year.
That's good.
So that'll be fun. So we'll have, play on Wednesdays, perfect conditions, most likely. And you get out the fountains or you go to Abacoa and whatever we have with it, you get like getting used to it. We can at least kind of start practicing that type of speed this year.
Yeah. Not only just on the 12 and 13, but on 10 as well. Yeah.
It's a cool company. We'll get over to it today, but yeah.
You guys got any questions?
Any thoughts, any positives or negatives so far? 10 days or so into this thing? Kind of easing our way into it, but yeah. Everyone have any thoughts on the form of clipped?
I think Clipped is great.
Clipped?
No, info and knowledge is power. But one thing that is the important thing about data and info is what you get out of it and then how you apply it.
Yeah.
But data for the sake of data is worthless.
Yeah.
Right? It's just,
And honestly, you don't even have to look at these things yet. Let us do that. You can go to there, just for you so far. You can go to kind of what time. Think you may have enough in there? Right now, it's like kind of what you said, it's fighting
yeah.
15 to 35.
And I think that's always, this is a really good example, guys, to where the data matches what he feels and what he's saying. And then we're able to go, yeah, you're right. So the focus is this getting better.
We can, the more you put enhanced in, I know you're just getting started.
Yeah.
We can, the more you judge the speed
Okay.
when you do enhanced, then we can get real precise, because then we can know where your speed is at on different greens.
Yeah.
And also how you're reading different greens based on where the ball is.
So that speed control thing from when we looked at that has been really helpful with us for DJ. Because the speed control at the beginning of the year was terrible. And so we really hammered in, got to get the ball in the hole, got to get the ball in the hole, and really just kind of the last 7 tournaments he played, we didn't even, the only thing we did in putting, I let him do his mirror drills, but normally DJ wants to spend the majority of his putting time from inside of 5 feet. Right? Stroke mechanics, stroke mechanics, stroke mechanics, stroke mechanics. And for the last 7 tournaments, we didn't do it. I was like, dude, you're doing that for fucking 5 minutes, and then we're just doing speed control fills, period. And it got a lot better.
Yeah, so this got more closer to neutral, and that was a game changer the last 6 rounds. This is the last 5 rounds right now, I think. We're all 66, I think, ish, plus or minus 3. I think those last 6, 9 rounds.
Yeah, speed control got a lot better, and we made more putts.
Yeah.
Phil Mickelson told me once he felt like the weeks that he won and played well, a lot of putts from 20 to 30 feet. And not all of them are birdies, but a lot of those are, you hoop the 25-footer for par, right? You hoop a 25-footer for bogey. And then you make some for birdies, you make some for eagles, but.
That's just a good breakdown of the breaks and the slopes. He's weirdly not good at a straight putt.
It's always interesting.
Yep. And maybe downhill is always a little bit better, but give some flat putts and give him the right to left. And he's fine. So you just gotta find out if he does. You can kind of reverse engineer that, especially with your approach shots, and start to see, hey, my middle right pins are really good. Maybe they're really good because they're always fading it into there. Maybe they're good for Nolan because he's fading into right pin, but he's always safe in the center. So we just gotta understand the data that way. Then reverse engineer. Now we have some human pins. We have some yardage segments too, like what we did yesterday with the bunny test. Exactly the ones 100 to 180 yesterday. Bunny test. We do it today again. Yeah. We have an answer almost everything, because we didn't go on something. It's usually 3 or 4 different things that we've been seeing for almost 15 years now, and it's been doing 30. So. Got any homework for next week? Is just to kind of go out of the tournament schedule here for the next couple months. Some of you maybe have already done it, or spring in next Friday. Post it. They're all kind of pulling for you. Gavin left for Houston this morning. Reed's at 4 to 7 today. Reed is visit. It's a big deal for him. Sebastian's on the way to try to get. So, yeah. More we know about your schedule, but more we can game plan and talk. Well, I played that question before. Get some birdies, whatever on the TV and go. So we did the other day.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys finished the round? I did not.
We finished it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some good insights there.
That's what you can't get when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
So it's kind
And
of
we planned it on Wednesday together as well on the TV.
because Gavin's played all of them. No one played a bunch. Matt's pretty much played all. So someone's typically has played the course you're going to play.
We're playing Abaco, right?
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can go straight on Monday.
Yeah.
Just see how it plays.
Great done. That was good.
Yeah.
Good. How to go? 4 rounds a month out there, maybe.
Yeah, they're always hosting.
So that could be a staple. Anytime out there. Here's the
And
schedule.
it fills up, so with that schedule out, if you guys can plan now what you're
Yeah.
thinking for January, February, you can just get in, you can drop out, but
Yeah, they're taking payment now.
Yeah.
Which is good. And you can always get your payment back.
Yeah.
If something happens.
because they'll have a wait list for sure, and you'll be thinking, yeah, I want to play that. You're not in.
So it's probably
I mean, even in my washed up years here where I might want to play, I might sign up for a couple now to get the attention and
feels
start having routines that lead up to those periods.
very good.
Where can you find Monday qualifiers schedule?
Well, it's interesting. I'm not sure if it's actually out yet, but the PGA Tour almost has 0 coming out this year. I'm not sure what it's going to look like.
So
I haven't looked at it yet.
the question of where you're looking is typically the host PGA sections website.
Yeah, so I've got-
So in America, there's 41 PGA sections and they're in charge of hosting.
I've got a bookmark, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
This is last year's schedule right now. Last season.
There'll be a bunch, there's
But it's
Honda, what's it now, the cognizant classes of the Palm Beaches.
I'm not even sure.
Try KFC.
Nobody called it
Yeah, I get
Honda,
some-
now it's the cognizant classes.
Typically, you're in Florida, there's 9 across the state,
Tampa,
including Corn Ferry.
Puerto Rico, all the island tour stuff, Puerto Rico.
I think Corn Ferry still has Mondays, but
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what PGA Tour is.
See, there's a guy on the fucking Corn Ferry that's got a chance to fucking get into the Masters. There's a guy on the Corn Ferry, he's 51 in the world, and if he plays good this week, he's got a chance to get into the fucking Masters, the fucking Corn Ferry.
The keeper.
Yeah, and John Rahm's fucking 73 in the world.
Yeah, the same average as Tiger, didn't he?
That's what I was gonna say, is I saw this was like neck and neck of really low scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the schedule's not out, but it should be soon.
Excuse me, the cognizant classes
Yes.
in the Palm Beaches, not at the Palm Beaches.
There's like 4 pre-qualifiers for that one.
Yeah, that's the big, that's
Like ours one.
like the southeast
But I'm not
PGA, that's their moneymaker there, where
I'm not quite sure what the money's gonna look like. They're gonna be, because we have this new flag or 100 now. They're kind of being thing. Versus this year where anybody could be qualified. And like 20 or so from each free fall goes into the past champion, then we qualify, whatever it is, 125, 150 category. So it seems like it's gonna be more difficult at the moment.
I think you're just thinking KFT, like for the most part, because the other thing is you get in, it's a one round get in, and then you parlay from there to the next
The other thing
one.
is, you gotta be playing great to play Mondays.
Right.
I wrote down every Monday in 2023, one player in PGA Tour. It's 64, 50%. So you get in shooting 64, only half the time on point.
Shoot 54, you're playoff.
It's crazy. So if you're not shooting 64 back here in minor league, you should take the 500 plus for that one tournament. Plus you for two and go play.
My dad's formula for turning pro has always been the same. If you're going to turn pro and you're going to try and compete, you see, basically on your home course, you need to be shooting 65 to 66 every time you tee it up. And if you think you're going to try and go to Q school, you need to be winning or finishing top 5 in basically everything you win. Otherwise, how are you going to beat Rory McIlroy? And here's the other thing. How are you going to beat fucking 50 guys on the PGA Tour right now that couldn't pick them out of a fucking lineup? If they were street clothes, you'd think they were fucking insurance salesmen.
Yeah, like number 72.
I mean, Russell Henley guys are 166, 167 Boston.
Basically me. Older, slower.
So that clip that I posted of Andre the Dollar, guys, play like an underdog. Play like, that's what I'm trying to get Noah Kent to do. I said to him the other night, I said, bro, you need to fucking play like you've got 168 ball speed, not 193.
His form is probably 160.
You need to play like you're an underdog, meaning I think Noah has so much talent and so much speed that he's not playing like an underdog. He's not playing like he can't give away shots. He's playing like, fuck it. I'll shoot 29 on that. Fuck it. That's what guys on the PGA Tour do. You shoot 39 in the front, you're going to go, fuck it, I got to shoot 29 on the back. And you see it every week. See it every week. Somebody shoots 40 on the front and shoots 30 on the back. But play like you're an underdog. Play like the Jay Haas story. Play like making fucking bogeys is keep you up at night, not let you sleep.
So next week, Worlds of North, course open, play Wednesday. I think Jason will take that Wednesday maybe.
Love
I think it's a course open.
Tuesday,
It is what they.
14th.
14th.
It's quiet on paper, but never know, but we usually play Wednesdays, and maybe it's thinking Thursday, Friday night. Depends. But yeah,
To be great to play sports.
so hopefully dry. So
I was gonna say it's very well.
the forecast is very favorable starting Sunday. Which is good.
This place is normally very firm, so playing it soft will be a reprieve.
25 inches of rain, I think, in 22 days, I think is where we're at. Stupid.
Welcome to October. We haven't even gotten a hurricane yet.
Yeah, that's good.
Keep it down.
Cool. Yeah, just keep letting us know what's happening, man. Put this in grapes, you get like 30 notifications a day, maybe more of activities going in. It's awesome. All I think it's been great for the guys. Kind of sneak a video in on Monday or when you guys play. It's not to have that on the course video. See your routine and things like that. See where you're lining up. Whether it's ball position on the shot you're hitting, whatever it is. Stuff we don't really get trying to do when you guys are playing. It's hard to set up a count, but yeah, things like that, man. Sweet. Cool. Yeah, so I think you can hit balls out there if you want to. Probably to conserve a little bit because it's just soaking wet out there. But
Start with your wedges on the short game. That would be the meeting on a day like
Do
this.
some Harmon stuff. Give it some time. This DJ's coming.
Maybe it'll get windy.
See, the day on the practice or just from practice people.
Radar wise, looking actually really good.
Yeah, no rain.
Radar wise, yes.
What are you doing?
What
What? Wow.
What are you guys doing in here?
You know what? You guys haven't, you know what?
I'm concerned right here.
Keep moving. Should we all hold hands and just keep moving?
My,
Turn the light on, start.
So we could win the tournament.
Good.
James happy.
Thanks, Claude.
Yeah.
Everyone.